Hello, everyone, and welcome to this demo of the alpha version or the new released version, version 3013 of POS365. I'll start off by sharing my screen of our guide center just to help you navigate to the version information. So if you go to this URL, POS-ONE365.zendesk.com, click on the FAQ button and find the what is included in the new version tab. We'll see the version 3000.13, and we'll click on that. And here you find all the version information. So here you have all the new features listed and configuration of existing features. These are drop-down menus. So as any other version update, you will be able to click on the name and you will see the information regarding the version update. So for this instance, we have Business Central On-Prem. So if I just drag this away and move to my admin center, now I'm at the alpha environment. So you can see how this works. I'll click Add New Company. And when you're creating a new company, usually it will just select the BC Cloud version. And now you have the ability to choose between cloud and on-prem. Go back to our production environment, as this has actually been released already. So if you click Add New Company and select On-Prem, we'll just give it a registration number and call it 3000 version test. Sandbox checkmark and click Create New Company. So for On-Prem, you'll need a bit more credentials than at the cloud version. So we'll just skip this part and then find the Integration tab and click on Menu and Settings. In here, you see the usual setup for the integration, but you also see the Business Central API URL. This is what we need for the on-prem setup. So how to find this? You will need to copy your URL from Business Central, the on-prem version, sorry. And then you will need to add something beforehand. What you need to add is, as shown here in the guide, either the HTTP or HTTPS in front of the BC URL. That will be inserted in the field up here, and then the rest of the fields will be the normal credentials as usually. Wonderful. Fantastic. The rest of the configuration of the company setup is just as it used to be for the cloud version of BC, but we just, do this for the on-prem version the same way. The next bullet point is allow discount on sales price lines. So if you find your Business Central and go to sales price lists, open up a sales price list, then we now see here, I have it enabled. This is only a discount list, so we need one called prices and discounts. And then we will have this field. So this now gets synchronized and can be used on the POS to allow line discount. And the explanation here is it specifies if a line discount will be calculated when the price is offered. Perfect. Next up is that we have added a VAT/tax analysis to the end of day report. So if we open up the guide link, you'll find here that we can go to the settings. This is how to set it up so we can enable it. I'll just do that on my end to show how it looks. You will just select the customer success company. open here. To locations, find our location. I think I'll be using my own location here. Go to menu and settings. So here you see I have enabled the show VAT tax analysis on the closure receipt. I will open up my POS365 program. And that has opened on my other screen, so I'll just have that one shared instead. Let's see here. There we go. I'll select my employee profile and log in. Then we will go and make an end of day. We have some information here. Just click close. We have counted 405 and close. So what you see here is the print, and here we will have this tab shown now with the VAT information. If you are a US company, we will, in this view, be able to change the VAT to be tax, but that will be another point, as that's a feature that has been added separately. I will share the correct screen again. There we go. And move this bar and find our right link. So for the US sales tax, we have added now that if you go to companies, select your company and click menu and settings, you can actually determine whether you want to use VAT or sales tax. So if I were to select sales tax, the display on the end of day report would have been sales tax, the receipts would use sales tax, and all that will be configured by this button. That's fairly easily configurable. This, of course, uses data from Business Central directly. So we now synchronize tax groups, tax areas, tax jurisdictions, and tax details. And the POS uses the tax percentages configured in Business Central. Perfect. All right, now for the most interesting part, in my opinion. We have the normal flow of reconciliation of transactions made on the POS is that go through the transactions tab. When they end up in archive, they are displayed in Business Central as open sales invoices and open payments in the general journal selected. But what we have added in this first version is if you go to, sorry, not the general journal, we need to go to job queue entries. We have added these 4 job queues. And the functionality of these is that per standard, they are installed when you install the extension POS365 BC integration extension in Business Central, but they are deactivated as standard. So you need to manually enable them just so you have full configurability. We recommend that you don't activate them the first 14 days just to ensure that everything is running as it should be. Then when you enable them, the first one here will automatically post all your invoices made from the POS. We'll have a job queue automatically posting the credit memos made on the POS. One for automatically posting the entire general journal from the POS, and one to automatically apply the payments and the invoices together to reconcile on the walk-in customer. It's also possible for you to go to these job queue entries and edit them. So you can go in here and just edit any input that you want to maybe have it only run once a day, or if you want them to run every 5 minutes as it's stated here. That's also configurable. So this makes reconciling and posting all of your posts from all of your transactions from the POS fairly easy and rapid to deploy. Perfect. Now let us jump back here into the guides in the version update. So what you see here is that it has now been enabled. We have now enabled both city, zip code, and address information to the offline customer list. So that means when you are offline, if you plug your internet cable, I can't display that right now as that would cut the stream. But you would actually be able to see the information here. I'll just share my screen so you know which page you'll be able to see more information on. So here we have the customers tab. And if I was offline, you would now be able to see let's go edit this one, the address, the postal code, and yeah, I'm sharing the screen here, and the city. So you have this field, and this field will now be visible even though you're offline. Perfect. Just share the other screen again. Minimize me. And here you will now be able to see the Business Central app version displayed. This is something that can be used to check whether we are on the newest version of the Business Central extension. So this will always look on, if you go here in Business Central and find your extension management, you find BC integration, then it will check for this version number. So now I'm at two different companies. This one is a production company and this one is the alpha company. So if we select the correct one, let's just see where we have that. Customer success. If I go back to this one, you would have the correct version displayed at the extension management. Let's just see, that was the US company. It's not installed on that one. There we go. And you see that the version number here is equal to what is displayed here. So this is used to see if there are any mismatches between data and if you are up to date with the system. Wonderful. The company setup has also changed a bit. So when you set up a new company, you'll need to insert some posting information. The information that was previously set here under companies and in menu and settings, these fields have now been moved to Business Central, to a page that you will already be visiting. So in BC, once setting up a company, you will go to the POS365 integration setup page. And now you have these 4 fields for synchronizing information. Here you will select a default customer, so you will just use your walk-in customer. And you will select your general journal, whichever one you prefer. Of course, we prefer that you select a general POS journal. You'll select a loss and gain balance account and a rounding account, just as you did before. Now we can skip out of that part and proceed with the guide. Let's just see here. Finally, we have relocated the function to require customers in all sales. So that has been moved to the location setup. So if you go to your admin center, go to setup, locations, find your location. I'll just take my own one, go to menu and settings. You will now see that we have the require customers on all sales. And once you enable that, you cannot make transactions unless a customer has been selected for the transaction. I will just disable this, click cancel, and then we are finished with that. Perfect. That was all that's included in the version 3013 of POS365. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to help@POS-ONE365.com. We would happily assist you with anything that might concern you, or if you have any questions regarding anything regarding the new version or of the older versions or the upcoming features. That was all that I had regarding the new version. Have a great day.